elements of a piece of fabric as it flaps around. I find it kind of zen-like and interesting in just a sort of kinetic way, like, oh, how things sort of float and flow.
Yeah.
But the approach to doing Giselle's dress was really tricky because it was so complicated and made up of so many different ruffles and things. I didn't know how to really approach it because it was so complicated. So I ended up kind of breaking it down into bits, where I would just I basically animated the edges of the ruffles like they were kind of springs, like they were just kind of bouncy springs.
Yeah.
And I just sort of animated them one at a time. I went back to the beginning of the shot and I animated the next one. And I went back to the beginning of the shot and animated the next one.
Yeah.
So if I tried to animate all of them all at once, I'd get lost.
Definitely.
So I just went through multiple paths. And I had like a concept of the basic big motion of the dress.
Mm-hmm.
So I was following the same kind of big bouncy motion for all of them, but putting in the ruffles on top of that motion just went through one at a time. That shot sat on my desk for a long time with me not wanting to do that.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful. Like, even if anyone wants to see James's work, you have a YouTube channel. Just call it James Baxter. You'll find it. It's a horse and a ball.
Yeah.
Thankfully, and really graciously, you put a lot of your pencil tests on it. A lot of your animation process through it, and it's so interesting to see because I think you have, I don't know if you have that Giselle shot. I think you do.
Yeah, I do. I think it's on there.
Even if you just sit down and it just blows my mind to think that, like, how perfectly timed it all is and how it just feels so natural. I can see why you didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but only because it was daunting. Just the task itself is actually really kind of fun and enjoyable. But it was just big and unwieldy. That's all.
Yeah, and now it's done, and
yeah, now it's done.
Now it's done, and you'll never have to do anything like it ever again. Yeah. Is there a film or anything that you didn't work on that you really would have liked to have worked
on? There's a couple actually. I would have liked to have worked on The Iron Giant. Which I managed to miss out on because I was working for another studio at the time. Yeah. And I would have liked to have worked on Lilo and Stitch because I think it's a really sweet movie.
Lilo and Stitch, wow, yeah.
I like Chris Sanders.
Okay. I'll stop belaboring your mind. We're here to talk